Hey now, this is my good buddy Captain Pauly. Captain Pauly, thanks for talking to us.
Anytime.
He's a captain here at McAllister, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his journey. All right, Cap, when'd you start? How long you been out here?
So I went to SUNY Maritime. I am a maritime kid. I started for Kirby Inland in 2017. I came here in 2018 because I wanted to be closer to New York. Got the job at McAllister. Started on deck. Was on deck for 2 years, and got my mate spot shortly after that. I worked my way up to captain.
Nice, nice. Okay. Do you like being out here? You like doing what you do?
I do. I enjoy ship work. I enjoy being on tractor tugs. I think they're fun to run.
Me too.
Um, I did want to try barge work out a little bit when I first started here, but unfortunately at that time it was a little slow, so I stayed with harbor work, ship work.
Right.
I did learn from some great guys like Jimmy Kiernan, which he's right there.
Great dude.
Very famous in New York Harbor. Everyone had something good to say about him. He taught a lot of people, taught me. I'm sure he taught Willie a little
He
bit.
did, sure did on that. Elizabeth.
Yeah, yeah.
That was not an easy boat to run.
No, she was a pig.
Yeah. um, okay, so what would you say for anybody coming from school or getting into the industry? What would you tell them? Any advice?
So any advice from any academy kids coming out into this industry? Even though you went to an academy, you got to stay humble. You don't know it all.
Right.
I've seen that a lot since I've been here. Kids come on, they feel entitled. They don't want to do deck work. They want to run up to the wheelhouse. That's not the case here.
Right.
Even though you're going to school and you get a license, you do most of your learning out here when you get a job. You have to stay humble. Listen to your superiors, like mates,
Right.
captains, engineers. They all teach you, and you work your way up from there. You don't just step on the boat and think you know it all and you're better than the rest.
I agree with that 100%. And I'll say it again. If you're not any good on deck, you're not going to be any good on the wheelhouse, in the wheelhouse, on the wheel, in the chair.
If you can't throw a line, how could you teach the deckhand to throw a line
Exactly.
if you're up here?
If you're in a situation where you have to throw that line or something happens on deck, you have to know the deck, is what I'm saying. And knowing the deck comes with all the fun things that nobody wants to do. Cooking, cleaning, like you forget this is a house and it's a pyramid. So it goes down, you know what I mean? And but being good at all that stuff, you don't see it, but it makes you good into the wheelhouse as well. It teaches you how to run the boat, how to run the crew, how to operate. I agree.
You always have to start from the bottom and work your way to the top.
Amen.
Even if I wanted to jump on a towing boat, I'd have to go back down and train. I'd be on deck watching again,
right,
and work my way up. I wouldn't just take the wheel and say, "Yeah, I'm a captain on a tractor tug. I could do the bar."
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
No, that's not how it works. I'm glad that you mentioned that, and it is good for the younger audience and the guys trying to get into the industry. It's not what you see me on videos riding around. I had to work my way to get to this fun stuff, and Pauly as well. Like, don't get me wrong, I love what I do, and I love running the boat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
It gives it a little adrenaline rush, but I never forgot where I came from, and you have to work your way up to be there. What do you do when you're 2 weeks home?
So I've worked on the water my whole life, even though it's a little different from tugboats. My dad owns a head boat out of Brooklyn, so I grew up working on a fishing boat since I was 4 years, pretty much 4 years old.
Ollie was born for this. Go ahead.
And the same thing though, I started from the bottom there. I remember when I was 8 years old, the first $20 I made was from scrubbing bait pails, and then I learned how to tie knots. Then I learned how to tie the boat up and worked my way up to a deckhand on my dad's boat, and then at 19, I got my 100-ton while I was in college, and I started running his boat.
That's really cool, man. I didn't know that.
So that was pretty cool, it's being on your own. And actually, being a young guy, 19 years old, running my dad's boat, I was actually in charge of some deckhands that used to babysit me when I was a kid.
That's
a little
cool,
weird, but
I get it. You have to roll with it.
You earn your respect. They respected me. I treated them well. I didn't have entitlement over them. So being a young guy in the industry, you do have to earn your respect a little bit. You can't just step on everybody and have captainitis or whatever.
It doesn't work that way, and that is the thing. And you don't want to be that guy.
No.
Man, that's cool. So the boat still runs out of Brooklyn.
Yep. So my dad's still running. He just turned 74. He is one of those guys that doesn't want to retire because he's scared he's going to pass away if he does.
Right?
So
No.
the boat keeps him busy. He has his routine. Wakes up 5 in the morning, walks the dog, goes down to the boat, checks the oil, lights the boat up, stays on the dock, waits for his customers to get on, and goes out fishing.
Right? No, I get it. Mama Myrtle is 83, still selling insurance from her kitchen table. You know what I mean? Like and I get it. I don't think I'll ever retire either. Now, I don't know if I will be on the tugs until I'm 83, but I will be doing something on the water or doing something until, you know what I mean?
Same with me. I actually ended up just buying my first charter boat this past year, so I do that on my time off.
Nice.
Do run charters. Eventually when I get off tugs or get out of this uh, portion of the maritime industry, I still enjoy fishing. You work hard and you don't make a lot of money, but I enjoy it. And I'm hoping that eventually, when that day comes, I could just do that just to make a few extra bucks
Right.
while
Yeah, that is really cool. What's the name of your charter boat?
keel hauler. It's at we're sailing out of Freeport, New York.
Okay, cool. How would if any of these guys wanted to charter you, how would they find you?
And we have a website, Facebook, Instagram. You could find us, give us a call or a text.
There's Dino. He's the chief.
As a matter of fact,
Dino, show your face.
as a matter of fact, when I was a kid working on the head boat with my dad, I used to hear stories about my engineer Dino, and then now he's my engineer.
Yeah, man. Dino's a great guy too. What's the website?
It's keelhaulerfishing.com.
Okay, I'll put that in the comments. Thank you so much for talking with us. Is there anything else you'd like to add for?
Like I said, the biggest piece of advice for young guys coming out here: stay humble, respect the horse pipers. Don't seem like you know it all because you went to college. It's not the case. You learn everything from the horse pipers out here. You might get your license from college. You might learn a couple of things, but you learn through experience. And even if watch people do something wrong, you learn from their
Right,
mistakes.
exactly.
But you stay quiet. You just watch, be safe, and just learn.
All right.
Keep your mouth shut.
Keep your mouth shut. Hey, thank you so much for talking with us.
No problem.
Thank you again. Hey now, hope y'all enjoyed that.